A dog's loyalty can save your life. Trust the one who loves you unconditionally. Story time. Simon was a man every guy wanted to be like. Wealthy, handsome, and living in a mansion in Freetown. But despite all his riches, Simon wasn't the type to have many friends. His best friend was Bucky, a big black dog he had raised since it was a puppy. Bucky wasn't just a pet, it was family. Simon treated Bucky like a king. The dog had its own bed inside Simon's master bedroom, his own designer clothes, and even jewelries. Every evening, they would go for a long drive in Simon's car. Windows down, the cool breeze hitting Bucky's shiny fur. People used to laugh and say, Simon loves that dog more than a human being. They were right, Bucky was his everything. One day, at a friend's birthday party, Simon met Rosalind, a woman so beautiful that men turned their heads when she passed. Her skin glowed like gold under the light, and a smile could melt a stone. Simon was immediately hooked. He fell in love. Rosalind played her cards well. She made Simon feel like the luckiest man alive. Within 4 months, they were engaged. But Rosalind wasn't there for love, she wanted Simon's money. When Rosalind moved into Simon's mansion, everything changed. She hated Bucky from day one. Whenever Simon isn't around, she would kick him, starve him, and even shout at him. And when Simon returned, she put on the sweetest smile. As time went on, Rosalind grew impatient. She wanted Simon gone. One evening, she cooked Simon's favorite meal, jollof rice and chicken, and laced it with a deadly poison. When Simon sat at the table, ready to eat, Bucky suddenly ran into the room. Before Simon could take a bite, he jumped on the table and knocked the plate over. The food scattered all over the floor. Bucky, what's wrong with you? Simon shouted. Rosalind forced a smile. It's okay, honey, it's just being playful, she said, but inside she was burning with rage. This happened 2 more times. Each time, Simon's food mysteriously ending up on the floor, thanks to Bucky. Rosalind knew the dog was ruining her plan, so she decided to get rid of him. Rosalind tried to poison Bucky too, but no matter what food she gave him, he refused to eat it. What she didn't know was that Simon's late mother gave him Bucky on her deathbed. She said to him, treat him like a son and he will protect you. Simon never understood what she meant, but her spirit was always in the dog. Frustrated, Rosalind decided to set Bucky up. She brought dog physics into the living room and pretended Bucky did it. When Simon returned, she cried and said, Baby, this dog is out of control. He's ruining everything. Simon, blinded by anger, beat Bucky for the first time ever and locked him outside the house. Rosalind smiled. Her biggest obstacle was gone. That night, Rosalind prepared another poison meal. Simon sat at the table, tired and hungry. Outside, Bucky barked loud and desperate, but Simon ignored him. When the barking continued, Simon exploded. Enough, Bucky! He stormed outside, beat the poor dog again, and returned inside to eat. But as Simon lifted the spoon to his mouth, Bucky broke free, ran inside, and jumped on the dining table. Before Simon could react, Bucky devoured the entire food on the plate. Bucky, what are you doing? Simon said, thinking the dog was just hungry. Moments later, Bucky collapsed, foam coming out of his mouth. Simon's heart stopped. He rushed Bucky to the vet. But it was too late. The vet revealed the truth. Your dog was poisoned. Simon's heart raced. Everything became clear. The food wasn't meant for Bucky, it was meant for him. Simon drove home in tears. When he confronted Rosalind, she broke down and confessed. Rosalind was arrested and sentenced to 10 years in prison for attempted murder. Bucky survived after emergency treatment. Simon sat by his side as he stroked his black fur on his body, while tears rolled down his eyes. I'm sorry, Bucky. I would never let anyone come between us ever again. From that day on, Simon realized money and love can be fake, but a loyal heart never lies. The end. Today's shout out is going to Mohammed Abdullahi Sheif from Kaila on the street. Thank you for watching. If you love stories like this and love to see more, please give me a follow, leave a like, comment your name and where you're watching from to get shout out in my next video.